Diva, let's talk about timeline jumping. Because if you're out here waiting for things to happen, trying to call things in, or believing that manifestation needs to take time, I have news for you. Look, time is an illusion. You are already jumping timelines all the time. And your quote unquote manifestations, creations, are not coming, they already exist. So today I am teaching you how to intentionally shift timelines, collapse time, and quantum leap into your desires using the 5D frequency alignment. Because once you understand this, you stop waiting, you stop chasing, and you start receiving at speeds that would make yourself dizzy. I go deep into this inside Sugar Baby. There is a special code in the show notes for all of you to unlock these full teachings. Now, this special code is a price point that you will only see one other time, and that is when you buy Unbothered. The Unbothered, you get at a special cost, plus right underneath you can click and buy Sugar Baby with it at a really good price. And so I am going to give you a really good discount for Sugar Baby because you're listening to this episode. So let's get into it. It's the science, the frequency, the exact way you can start collapsing timelines today. Okay? First, let's talk about timelines. What are timelines? First, let's talk about time. Time is a construct, right? So time was created so that on this planet we could measure how long it took us to move between space. So time measures how long it took you to get from space A to space B, right? How long did it take for the Earth to revolve around the sun? How long does it take for the Earth to turn, right? And how long do day and night and all this kind of stuff, right? So time is a construct. It was built for us to live linearly, okay? Now, timelines are not linear. The past, the present, and the future are all happening at once. There's that movie, it's everywhere, all the things all at once. Watch that. It's a good movie. Okay. Past, present, and future are happening all at once. Every possibility already exists. Where do I call it? The quantum soup, right? Every version of you already exists. Every outcome you could ever desire is already playing out in a parallel timeline. The quantum soup of infinite realities. And guess what? You are jumping these every single day. Every decision that you make shifts you. Every thought you think aligns you. Every emotion you feel places you on a different track. So the question is not, how do I manifest? The question is, which timeline am I tuning into? Because, baby, you are not waiting for anything. You are just aligning to the timeline where it already is real for you. And I talk about this. I talk about this in a couple of different podcasts. Binge it. You'll find it. This is a different way of talking about manifestation, and it's a way that frees you away from the material world and thinking that you need to change your circumstances, because circumstances needing to change something, needing something to change, instead of accepting what is and saying, okay, where do I align? I can align with something different. If you need to change it, it locks you in. If you get to say, okay, that it is what it is, now what? Where do I want to go? What would I rather align with? Frees you up to fly. So there's different types of timelines. There's the collective timeline. This is the timeline that impacts this planet as a whole. It is where mass consciousness creates. The world is moving through massive energetic upgrades. Major paradigms are happening at warp speed. And we all are experiencing some things together and different levels through different intensities due to your inner work, the shadow work, the quantum healing work. We've got podcasts on that. Check them out. And then you have individual timelines, your path, your experiences. This is where you shift based on your alignment, where you can jump into a reality where money flows effortlessly, where you can choose a version of you that's already successful. You are always shifting. Now it's time to do it on purpose. Listen, we are in completely different energetic frequency than we were even a few months ago. The Earth's grid has shifted, the veil is thinner. Creation is happening in an instant for those who are attuned to it. And you are living an individual timeline. So that means like you could be experiencing life in a totally different way than someone else that you know. A totally different experience. So you're always shifting based on your choices. And then we're moving together based on collective timelines. But there's just so many different things, and you can't wrap your brain around this. You've got to listen to this with your heart. You've got to listen to this with open ears. You've got to listen to this and not try to figure out how. I don't understand, because this is multidimensional. So I'm going to mention this again. We're in a completely different energetic frequency than we were even a few months ago. The grid has shifted of the earth. The veil is gone, not thinner, gone. And creation, instant receiving, manifestation can be instant for you if you're attuned to it. So let me ask you, what if you knew that you already were infinitely receiving? What if you knew that everything in your life was just a reflection of what you allow yourself to receive? What if instead of waiting, you just aligned? Because here's the truth: alignment is not just a buzzword. You are a receiving vessel. Your eyes receive, your ears receive, your body receives. Everything about you is built to receive. Your brain determines what is real and what you ignore. And we already talked about the neurodivergent brain and how your brain is starting to perceive a lot of different things all at once. You can check out the podcast. So when you timeline jump, you are literally shifting your perception to the reality where your desires already exist. Money isn't coming, it's already there for you. Love isn't coming, it's already yours. Opportunities aren't on the way to you, they're already yours. You aren't separate from timelines. Everything, oneness, when you live in oneness, which is the 5D, everything, you are connected to everything. But this is where people mess up. You put your desire on a pedestal. You say, one day I'll be successful. I can't wait for that manifestation to arrive. I hope this works sometime soon. Baby, stop. Honey, child, stop. That mindset anchors you to a time. It's the biggest illusion of the 3D. So here's what you need to do instead. Take every desire off a pedestal. Align with it now. Decide it's already yours. because you're not manifesting it, you're not bringing it in, you're shifting to the version of you who already has it. That is the quantum leap. Time is accelerating, and these timelines are collapsing and completing. This is what is exciting. For the next few years, we're not just collapsing timelines, we're completing them now, which means that old cycles are closing out fast. And when you used to like clear a certain doubt and then it would come back and then it would come back, you are going to be able to complete things for good and it will not come back. We are completing them. Old cycles are closing. That means the repetitive bullshit that you've been dealing with is ending when you close the cycles. I talked about that in Quantum Healing podcast. Go back, listen to it. This means that you are no longer bound by the linear rules you once knew. What used to take you months can now take you days. What used to take weeks can now take hours. What used to take 68 seconds to manifest it now will happen in under 10 seconds. This is the science, okay? Number one, the Earth's frequency has risen. The Schumann resonance, the Earth's natural frequency, has been rising and accelerating. And this accelerates the feedback loop between your thought and physical reality. I go into this so much deeper in Sugar Baby. You gotta just join. Number two, linear time is dissolving. Timelines collapse as you focus with clarity and certainty. The delay between your desire and the manifestation of it, the actualization of it, has dissolved. Number three, collective consciousness is expanding. More people are waking up and mass awakenings are happening over and over again. And we are moving timelines together. We are completing timelines together. We are closing timelines together. And this is creating an amplified field of quantum energy. 4, quantum alignment. Science has already proven that observation of something collapses things into a form. But now your frequency isn't just collapsing it, it's bending it. You can bend it. Number 5, your emotions have more weight than anything else. A fully embodied emotion paired with focused thought collapses your reality instantly. So, how fast is manifestation happening right now? A single focused thought can begin pulling reality to you in seconds. What used to take 68 seconds, this is what Abraham Hicks used to talk about all the time, was like 68 seconds, 16 seconds, 17 seconds of this, four rounds of 17 seconds, blah, blah, blah. What used to take 68 seconds now initiates in 7 to 10 seconds with clarity and with certainty. And for some, manifestation is unfolding instantly. It is instant. Sometimes I think of something and I'm like, oh, I'd love to know. And then I open my eyes and then the answer is right there. Somebody's telling me the answer. My sister's answering a question that I haven't even asked because I'm bending time. And you are too. So if you want to go deeper on this, Sugar Baby is where it's at. I go deeper. It's a full breakdown. It's full energy work. It's a full process of shifting to higher timelines. Check the show notes. There's a special discount just for the podcast listeners. And if you want to do all the things you would do, the Unbothered plus sugar, baby. It's amazing. Okay. Now, if you want to go even deeper, we've got spaces for you to anchor. Divinity House for the established light worker and the spiritual entrepreneur who is stepping into more visibility, more leadership, more impact, and is ready to help hundreds, thousands, millions of people anchor in the light. But they need to work on their IQ, EQ, and AQ. We do that there. The link is in the show notes. Learn more information. Join today. It is for somebody who's positive, somebody who's doing the work, somebody who's ready to support other women, who's cheering on other people's success. That is who this is for. If you're like, yes, 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 that's me, join today. Space number 2, La Lumière, the Divine Diva Circle. It's the audio membership, 3 audios a week, all about navigating the shift, all about everything that we're talking about here at a deeper level, walking you through this, taking you through how I'm moving through this. It is chef's kiss, freaking amazing. $44 at a month if you are in the founding members. If not, it's $144 a month, but there's a special podcast special. You need to message me at podcast@alignedsoul.com to ask, what is the podcast special? And you'll get your special link and your special discount code. And lastly, there's this free podcast. We are going into 5D, 3D, 5D ascension. We rise together. We do all the things. We talk about all these things. This is happening almost daily. And we are just getting started. Hugs, kisses, and all of the feels. Don't forget, give this a 5-star review. Share this with all your family and friends. Message me on Instagram at i.m.thealignedsoul and tell me your thoughts about this episode. Tell me what you've learned, or take a picture of it and put your highlight of what you've learned and tag me. And on that note, stay bougie, be healed, and keep it divine, diva.